And I mean, I think it was like you went on a streak of running kick returns back and almost vintage Dre, but well, you know, almost vintage Dre, but you had a really good senior season. So how much has traction helped you in that process? Whether it was a trainer, whether it was just the experience, whether it was the environment, how much did that organization help you in your growth?
Whether it was a trainer, like it wasn't you. Like,
well, I mean, it was other trainers too as well that was involved.
It was other trainers, but I feel the biggest impact was you, because obviously, you know, you have.
Can you spell your name for us for the camera? Spell your name for the camera.
Bro, you already started off joking,
because he needed to make sure that he. Can you do it?
Yeah, Kaden Hurst, Kadenhurst.
Good, we ready to roll. This dude. All right.
Come on, bro.
All right, let's go ahead and dive up into this thing, man. How's everything been going, man, with the transition to college?
Cool. It's been back and forth mentally. You know, just with some physical battles I'm going through. But I mean, regardless, I'm blessed for it all, you know, because everything's a lesson. So it's been good.
Where are you at right now mentally before you go to training camp? Obviously, you went through spring, early enrollee spring, summer football. Where are you at right now mentally before you get into camp?
Right now, I'm just trying to get healthy because obviously I'm dealing with these hamstring injuries. So I'm just trying to get these back, and then when I get back healthy, I know I'm gonna be. I mean, I'm positive mentally right now too, but I know it'll just give me that extra little push I need once I get back 100%.
Being at Ohio right now, talk to us, and I want to do a little bit different. I want to start from where you are and go all the way back to what got you to this point. Being at Ohio, as you went through the recruiting process, what made you choose Ohio as a school? And after you answer this, I want to get into, you know, how you even got here from a high school standpoint. What made you choose Ohio?
I say the vibe of the coaches. When I got there on my first unofficial visit, I got there, you know, they was welcoming. I liked the vibe and stuff. I just liked everything. I kind of fell in love with it because it reminded me a lot like my hometown. You know, like the high school I went to, Leo, it reminded me of a bunch of stuff like that. So I think that's why I was able to make a decision so quick with it and just know that was the spot for me.
What's been the hardest transition for you in all of this, right? Like, you hear the stories about people in college coming from high school. What's been the hardest transition for Kaden Hurst going into college?
I think just being able to realize I'm a young adult now. So like my moms and my dad, you know, they're not gonna be there to really walk me through it anymore. Obviously, they was walking me through my whole life, but like now I'm on my own. I got to make my own decision. The ball in my hands, you know, and it's all in my control. So I gotta move like a young adult and think like a young adult and make smart decisions because everything I do will impact my life.
What's your major? What are you majoring in?
Business entrepreneurship.
What made you choose that major?
Because I started cutting hair like a year ago, so I fell in love with that too because I was hurt, so I was trying to find something else to do, and obviously cutting hair fell in place with it. So I've been cutting hair a lot since then. I kind of fell in love with that, so I want to end up owning my own spot one day, you know, be an entrepreneur one day. So
before you get to being an entrepreneur, which I believe you'll be successful at it, what is it that you want out of your time at Ohio? Like, what is it that if you can achieve these things, you can accomplish those feats? What is it that makes Kaden Hurst say that was a successful college experience for you?
I just want people to be able to see me as a successful person and like a positive person. So like at the end of the day, I just want to be a provider and a man. So no matter what route I go with, wherever God directs me to, whether that's the NFL or that's walking away from football, doing something else, it's like I want to be shocked to any of it. And like whatever I do, I just want to be the most successful in.
Give some advice for players who are young people who have aspirations of playing college football. Maybe they are in, you know, Pee Wee, or maybe they're in middle school or in high school, and they look up to players like you and have this burning desire to be at some point in that position. What advice could you give that young player out there who's, you know, really trying to work hard to see themselves in your shoes?
I say no matter if your process is fast or slow, that burning desire, like you talking about, if you continue to attack that every day, and like you want to get better, you want to make yourself better, like, and if you can actually visualize yourself, seeing yourself in the future, going to a college, playing ball there, going to the next level with that, it's going to come, no matter if it's fast or slow. If you put into work, no matter what, because my process was slow, and I still ended up playing at the level I am, and it's just you're gonna go through a lot of mental things. You're gonna question yourself. Is this for me? This, that. But like, if you keep your head down, believe in yourself, you'll get anywhere you want to.
What have you learned about yourself in this transition? What has Kaden Hurst found out about himself as he's now in college, learning that he is a young man?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm figuring out a lot about myself, especially right now. I feel like through these past few months, 5 months, I've sort of been changing as a man. My mindset's been changing. I got a lot close connection with God. I've been in my Bible a lot, so just everything, my whole aspect of life right now is just changing. So that's why, like, I'm going through life. Like, I was always worrying, especially in high school and stuff, especially last year, especially going through 2 surgeries. Just I had a lot of worry in my mind. But as I'm going throughout these days, I'm learning to let the worry go, because God got the plan, and God wants you not to worry. So no matter what happens in my life, I know it's all for a reason. I got to figure out that reason. And then once I figure out what God's trying to tell me, I know to go from there. So that's why, regardless of what I do, what happens, the ups and downs in my life, I know I'll be good no matter what. So that's kind of what I've been learning about myself.
You mentioned earlier about the process and how your process was slow. Elaborate a little bit more on the process for you when you were in high school, because obviously I was right there with you. I was able to witness the process speed up at a certain point, but then prior to that, it was a lot of, what does this look like, or what are these opportunities going to be, or when is this going to happen? And before you transition into your senior year, it seemed like a matter of a week or so, things just opened up, the gates opened up for you. So talk about that process when you were in high school, and we can elaborate a little bit more on the details of, how it actually happened.
So that process, it was, like you said, it was slow, just seeing everybody else around me, continue their processes accelerating, going up, figuring everything they're working for. It made me question, like, dang, am I really not doing this, doing that? But like, at the end of the day, I'm still like, no matter what, my time's gonna come, because I'm in contact with coaches at that. So I know I'm good enough. I just gotta continue to keep pushing to prove myself. So once I did that, and like I got that first offer, it was just a confidence boost, and like help me mentally, like, okay, yeah, I'm good enough to play at this level. Now let me keep stacking my days. Let me keep waking up every day, going to the 5 a.m. session. Let me keep doing all that, because I know everything's gonna fall in place.
Where was your first offer from? Akron. So you for sure it was Akron. Okay. All right.
No, it was either Boston or Akron.
He not edited. Don't edit this either. Don't edit this. We rolling with this one. But either one, you have Akron or Ball State. And then talk to us a little bit about that week, because you went through a week where it was like we planned for this. Like, you came into the organization. You came in. What year did you come in? It was what class? What year were you in high school?
When I came to Traction,
yeah,
I was like mid through the sophomore football season.
Yeah, so you came through sophomore season and really worked at it. Did a really good job. Had a strong work ethic, and at a point in time, obviously the 2026 class was rolling. It was getting offers. You had Miley, you had Tay, you had dudes who were getting opportunities, and then it was you, one of the guys who had the potential, had the talent, but just wasn't getting the exposure that you needed. And then it's timing, right? Like, recruiting is all about timing too as well. And it just wasn't the time for you. But then when we went to that summer, like first or second week of June, everything just took off.
Yeah.
What was that preparation like as you led up into that moment?
I would say it was definitely a weight on my shoulders. And just after that week, it kind of lifted off, because going into that, I knew like we had talks like this is the time. I had talked to my family. It's like, yeah, like I feel like this is really the time for me to shine, like, cause it's really my last chance for us. So I got to go all out with it. So I mean, I'm just prepping. Like I think we was training a lot before them camps. You know, it was just
Talk about the training regimen, because before you dive into it more, talk about the training regimen, because I think people don't realize how important the preparation is before a moment. And everybody wants to be in a moment. And there's this thing where, there's two mindsets that athletes have. They either have an amateur mindset or a pro mindset. And you had to adopt the pro mindset early. Talk about the regimen that you had when it came to training and just the work ethic, stacking the days, as you said. What did that look like?
so all the training was definitely like, sometimes you don't want to do it, but if you don't do it, then you let somebody else get ahead of you. And really, in all honesty, the coach is like, you don't care if I don't do it, because it's you live your life and it's my life. At the end of the day, I'm cheating myself if I don't go work. So if I'm sitting back questioning myself, why am I not getting this? I gotta see what my actions are doing. So if I'm not putting my words into action, then I can't get mad or I can't question myself. So just being able to stay consistent, you know, have my family around me, helping me be consistent with it, you know, giving me rides and stuff, make sure I have gas in my car, you know, to continue to come to all these workouts. But it'll be two a day sometimes even 3 days, but like little training sessions, it all matters, like, cause it's all gonna stack up. And it might seem like it don't matter, but it's when you in the moment, you're gonna realize you're doing everything you're training for.
And you got your offers going into your senior season, which was typically like the timeline where a lot of people did get offers, with recruiting moving so fast now. And it happened, and I was saying to Jaquaden in a podcast, recruiting is like speed dating now. Things just happen so much faster now than they've ever happened. And you got to be able to move with the speed or the pace of recruiting, meaning that you really want to get things early, or, you know, you want to get things to a point where things are realistic for you to still commit and go to those schools. And you were a guy that, you weren't an early offer guy. You were a on-time offer guy, in my opinion, not a late, right before your senior season, which then oftentimes, if you're one of those guys and they're serious about you, can knock somebody who may have had an early offer off the board, because you've showcased yourself to be what they are really looking for. As you went through that process, what was the mindset like, seeing other people have offers while you were just working and waiting for the moment?
It was motivation, because like obviously, you know, going on some visits with Tay or Mylan, you know, seeing all the love that they get, and like I'm just in the back looking at it, I'm like, yeah, like that's the type of love I want to feel. So it's like motivation and stuff. Like, you know, I'm proud of my guys. You know, they getting what they get. You know, seeing them shine and stuff just making me want to go shine and stuff too. And, you know, especially because we all train together, so like it's just nothing but motivation.
What in your mindset was developed and cultivated because of that experience? Like, what now when you look back at it, you can say, yo, this was, if I would have got this earlier, maybe I wouldn't have had this. Maybe I wouldn't have the resilience to keep fighting through tough times. Maybe I wouldn't have had the patience to operate within the process so that things can mature and grow from there. What did it do to your mindset to have to wait and work for that?
I think it was discipline and maturity. So like, I think I definitely, like, if I was to get offered earlier on, I don't think I was mature enough to like be able to go through that process and stuff, and my discipline too. So I feel like me not getting the offers early on helped me discipline myself to stay consistent and stuff, and that kind of helps with my work ethic now. That's why I can go do 2 workouts a day and like every day, because I've been doing it since I was young. I've been doing it for some years now, so I'm able to stay disciplined through it all.
What has been the support like from mom and dad? Obviously, I've known mom and dad since a little bit after you started here, and most parents are supportive. I know that your mom and dad were supportive of whatever you wanted to do. What was that relationship like as you went through this process?
It was crazy. Like the amount of support I got from them, it was just really the main reason why I do what I do. You know, obviously family, but especially my moms and my dad. Those two are very important to me and their support. And I remember my senior year, I was playing in my season. Every Friday, I say to myself, again, go make your mom or your dad smile. Like, that was my motivation, just to be able to go out there, be on the field and see them smile. It's like, it's what they want, making my parents happy. I love seeing them smile and stuff. So, like, the support from them, they always made sure I had everything. They didn't let me go a day without anything that I didn't need. So, they always helped me have everything. And no matter if I had to take care of my body and even if I need to call them because I was down or something, they always help motivate me, keep my head up about things, especially my injuries. They always keep my head up about that.
Mm-hmm. Now talk to us about Traction's impact on you. And I'm asking that question because you were in high school, 3 different schools, and you ended at Leo. Your junior year, you were at Northside, and then I believe, was it freshman and sophomore year, you were at Snyder? And so you were at 3 different schools. And, obviously when you look at your ability, you look at Tay's ability, and you look at players' ability across the city, and just in general, you were one of those dudes that I thought could have been a sophomore starter regardless of where you were at. For sure, a junior guy that can have some high production. None of those two really happened. You started your junior year, but there wasn't a high level of production. But your senior year, you were able to, we talk about making mom and dad smile. I feel like there wasn't a game that they could say that they weren't proud to be your parents. I think it was like you went on a streak of running kick returns back and almost vintage Dre, but almost vintage Dre, but you had a really good senior season. So how much has Traction helped you in that process? Whether it was a trainer, whether it was just the experience, whether it was the environment, how much did that organization help you in your growth?
Whether it was a trainer, like it wasn't you. Like,
well, it was other trainers too as well,
but
that was involved.
It was other trainers, but I feel the biggest impact was you, because obviously, you helped me develop my game, and even off the field too. We have a lot of talks about everything about life. So Traction, it still is like a second home to me. Like, every time I come home, I come here. I come see everybody here. So I feel like Traction is really like, that's another reason why. Like, just seeing the amount of love that I got from people that I didn't even know. Yeah. Like, I came in here and y'all just showed me love, and then obviously all of our connections got stronger and stuff. So Traction, it's another home for me for sure. I feel like that definitely helped me. It did help me with all my development and stuff, and my mindset, my mental, because it's just a bunch of different people from different areas that you come here and bond with, and it's like another high school, but no school is just ball. So
yeah, what is it like being in a class who I consider, if you go down the list, I'm sure there is debatable. You can argue it, but I consider the 2026 class to be probably I'm gonna say the most decorated class yet, but I think one of the better classes, if not the best class in my opinion. 2024. I'm sorry, I said 2026. Class of 2024. To be one of the better classes that we've had in the area. What it's like to be in that class and to see the players now that you were with at one point now go off and play and do good things and transition into a new reality just like you.
With a class like my class, you can't do nothing but smile, because like everybody that went off their ways, we all brothers, we all got love for each other. We was all in the training sessions with each other. We was all at the tournaments, doing our thing, and just to be able to see all of us play at a different level, or like the same level but like different spots, and like seeing different guys on different teams and stuff. It's like, it's cool. I ain't gonna lie. Like, just to know that all of us, like, whenever we back at the crib, we all come to the same spot, because we know Traction is like a home for all of us. So like, it's definitely uplifting.
What is it that you want? What is it that you want to be for? Obviously, yourself is more important, but what is it that you want to be for these younger athletes that are coming through the program, or just in general? Like, what is it that you want to be able to provide for them, help them with, be a resource to them for? What type of impact do you want to have on them?
I'm not really as tuned in with the kids right now. But it's definitely something that I want to do because to be able to see people that's in the attraction and community get back to me, I want to get back just how y'all did to me. I want to pass it down the line. I'll be here for the mentals, training, anything that they need. Like, I'm here for it. So, like, I want to help develop kids to be the best player they can be. I want to see kids accomplish their dreams because I know, like, how big that dream is, but they don't realize how easy it is, or not easy, but how close it is. Like, you think that dream is all the way up here, but it's this close. All you got to do, you just got to run for it. You got to work for it. Like, I'm here to help you with all that.
Yeah. When Quay talked about you, and he talked about your work ethic and how you had a tremendous work ethic and you worked so hard. Where did that come from? Like, where did that grit come from? That work ethic come from? Where is that for you? Where is that? Where's that inception?
I think it definitely came from my siblings and my parents. My mom, she worked hard to get to where in the position she is. No matter what happened, she's always worked hard. My dad working third shift, 2 jobs. He's always working hard. They both always work hard to make sure their family got what they need, got roof over our head, clothes on our food on the table. And my siblings too, like them being older than me and I was younger, just watching them practice or watching them at a game, I see their work ethic and how like serious they take these things. Even if it's like they out there for fun, they still taking it serious though. They doing everything 100%, 110%. Because my dad always said, like, don't step on the court if you're gonna make an excuse. Like, if you hurt, don't get on the court. If you're gonna get on the court, don't worry about you being hurt then. Like, the field, court, it don't matter what it is. So just having that mindset from a young age is definitely.
Yeah, well, we know it's definitely the field because you definitely can't get on the court and do nothing. So we definitely gotta have the field. First of all, I want you to take 10 seconds. And I want you to give your mom's company a pitch for people to go be a part of, because your mom played a big role, not just as a mom, but her company played a big role in your recovery and what you do. So there you go. You got 10 seconds.
I'm not in a rush.
Okay, go ahead. 15, 20 seconds.
So my mom, Amy Hoopy, the downtown winning spot, she has 3 locations. One downtown Fort Wayne, one over there on Rothman Road, I believe, and one in Angola. She has Botox, facials, weight loss, anything your mama need, your sister need, your girlfriend need. She got it all. She gonna change your life. And for athletes, she got everything you need too. She got a sauna, she got a hyperbaric chamber. Yeah, she got one of them. You go get in there, get right. She got IVs, she got everything you need. So really for anybody, y'all, the downtown wellness spot, I'm trying to tell y'all, it changed my life completely. Like my senior year was really because of downtown wellness spot. She was giving me IVs every Friday, to make sure I wasn't cramping. But nah, definitely go there.
That was 45 seconds. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you an invoice that you can give your mom so she can pay you for that marketing.
Nah, I got her credit card.
Oh, you got her credit? Yeah. Okay, cool. Talk to us a little bit about your family life. Obviously, I think family is really important for me, and I know family is really important for you and a lot of the people that we do have coming in this organization as players. You have a younger brother named Unitas who was once here. I know you have a really, really close relationship with Unitas. Talk to us about that relationship and how that relationship has also inspired you, encouraged you, helped you through what you are going through.
So my little brother Unitas, he's 9 years younger than me. He's kind of like late, to the family because he's obviously 9 years younger than me. But be it like I think about it a lot. I think about him a lot when I'm at school and stuff, like, how's my little brother doing? He doesn't have a phone and stuff, so I can't really check on him like that. But just to know that he's about to go through, like, his whole childhood and in his middle school, high school, with not really siblings around like I had. So it motivates me a lot because at the end of the day, I want him to see me as as somebody that can do it, or like that can do anything. So I want him to know that he can do anything and that he gonna have the support he gonna have everything he need. So I just want him to get that in his head that no matter what he goes through in life, he gonna have the support and love, even though I might be in a different state or something, but I ain't nothing but a phone call away.
Unitas, man, I've been asking about you every single time I see him. So, man, you know where we at. Just come find us. Come get in a couple of sessions, man. We here, man. We ain't going nowhere. Come and find us, Unitas. Talk to us a little bit about your time in Tampa. You've been in Tampa a couple of years, I believe. And, you know, one of the things that I wanted to do was take you guys into a different environment to see different things, get exposed to different, you know, caliber of players. But you went, I think, twice. Or
3 times.
You went 3 times. Yeah, you went 3 times. And every single time you went, you got to meet, you met Leonard Fournette. You met, what's the receiver name that was with the Steelers?
Old cat.
Huh?
The older cat. Oh, no, you talking about Deontay Johnson.
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
You met Deontay Johnson. I'm not sure who else you met, but you went and you got a lot out of it. And I think, you know, every time that we go, there's a player or players who are impacted by just the experience, just the conversation. And I vividly remember we got done with a training session and Leonard Fournette was there. And we, you know, we're just sitting there just talking or whatever. And I can't remember if I talked to one of the trainers or whatnot, but at the end of the day, we end up having a conversation. You end up being surrounded by him. And I watch you ask questions, soak things in, and learn and try to digest as much as you can get. But then I seen a switch from the moment we left Tampa. Not that you didn't work hard, but it was like a switch. It was a focus that I didn't see before. How was that retreat, separation retreat? How was that vital for you? And what did that do for you in those 3 times that you went?
It definitely helped me because they said, like, surround yourself around people that you want to be. So, you know, obviously I was only around him for a couple hours, but just be able to ask him questions, just soak in everything, because obviously he's been playing at the pro level, you know, at a good rate and doing well there. So just be able to hear everything that like his daily activities and stuff, what he does, his mindset with everything, how serious he takes things, being able to hear that from multiple people is just like, it's like a switch in my mind. Like, yeah, I got to do this. If I want to be a pro, I got to start moving like a pro. I can't move like an amateur. I got to do pro things. You know, just take everything to another level. So I feel like it's definitely a leap that you got to take.
Mm-hmm. Talk about the transition from your junior year to your senior year, and obviously everything happened in between in terms of offers. There was work being done before. There was work being done after, but how much confidence did you gain when you went to your senior year and you went from your junior year, which you were a part of the program or a part of the game plan, to your senior year being a major role in the game plan and knowing that being a second receiver or a third receiver is a lot different than being a guy, and then also playing alongside of not just Tay at Northside, but then also playing alongside Brock at Leo. How much of a impact did that position that you were in at Leo help you as you just go through this industry?
At first, it didn't really click. Like, at first, when I was out there making plays and stuff, you know, I wasn't really seeing, like, it didn't click like, yeah, it's actually me out there doing that. It's probably a few weeks into the season it actually clicked from, like, yeah, like, this is actually me. Because, you know, obviously the year previous, I was playing behind somebody and stuff. But it's just, it's really the mindset, yeah. You know? Everything's in the mental. So just being able to, you know, soak all that in and then go to college, like, all right, so I did all that my senior year, but guess what? Everybody else did too. So just being able to climb up that ladder again and trying to get to the top, it's like I got an ambition for it, you know, so.
When you look back at your high school experience and you look at, you know, your freshman year, sophomore year, you were at Snyder. Your junior year, you were at Northside. Senior year at Leo. If you look back at it and you can say, yo, this is what I learned about myself. This is what I'm glad I went through. What was that?
I think one thing that changed for me over my years is that I don't, you know, as a young person, I would like to seek attention and stuff. Mm-hmm. trying to be the cool guy for everybody. But I think as the years went on, I kind of figured out like there's a different way than being that cool guy or whatever. So I kind of separated myself from a lot of people and just was able to have success even with separating myself with a lot of people. Because once you do that, you see like it's like a block on you. You try to be that cool guy, or you try to be that one guy. It's like holding you back. But once you could step back and realize, like, yeah, I don't need any of this. Like, none of this is important to me. You go down the other road. It's just like it's a whole different path.
Mm-hmm. You talk a lot about since you got back from Ohio. You've talked a lot about the MAC championship, and you make it known.
I don't make it known.
Yeah, that's okay. You make it known that Ohio was the MAC champions this year.
That's in the past. Though. I don't care for it no more.
Yeah, you care about it.
I don't.
You may not care about it at this moment.
How come? No, you can't say I care when y'all comment about it. Y'all make a comment about it like, we was MAC champs. You call us butt, we was MAC champs.
Okay, so what was that season like for you? What was that season like for you to go to college your first year and to be considered a champion because you won a championship, conference or whatever, but you won? What was that like for you?
I say it was different for me. It was humbling because, yeah, I'm part of a champion team, but I didn't really I didn't play a part in it. Obviously being hurt and stuff. So it's kind of like it's like humbling from being that guy to like being at the bottom.
Yeah.
Cause like I was hurt and stuff. So I really wasn't a part of it, but all my brothers out there playing, I'm happy for them. So I kind of learned how to switch from a selfish mindset to a team. Cause I'm a receiver, all receivers are selfish.
Yeah.
So, it's just kind of be able to push that away and be happy, genuinely happy for everybody on my team. So kind of be able to accept the fact that, yeah, I'm hurt, I can't do nothing, but let me be here to support my guys, to help with anything they need. It was definitely like, it was definitely a mental switch, but it was definitely a fun part of being with that team in that whole process because, we got to do a lot of certain things. We got to travel a lot of places. It was fun just seeing everybody's smiles on their faces. And we went to that game with a great mindset. They played a great game, and it was fun to see all my brothers happy.
How much different is college from high school in the competitive spirit, competitive environment? How much different is that for you, or just in general? And was it what you expected?
So, yeah, it's what I expected. Having a lot of talks with a lot of guys that've been to college and stuff. A lot of people that's been through it. It's definitely different though. Like it's because everything is more serious, and now like it's not high school. You can get mad. You can talk back to the coaches. Come back the next day. Everything cool. At college, you do that, you might not come back the next day. You can always be replaced. So it's just it's different mentally too to be able to humble yourself and realize, all right, now like I got here because I earned it. Now I gotta continue to earn it because you can get cut like that, you can get released like that. Yeah. So it's definitely way different because now you actually like you playing for something every day. Yeah. In high school, you play for some stuff, you got certain things, but you weren't playing for something every day. In college, it's every day. It's everything you do actually has an impact on you.
What has been obviously you talk about a little bit. You brought the attention to, just recovering from some hamstrings and whatnot. Going through that experience and, being hurt a little bit more than what you desire to be hurt. And I don't think obviously no athlete wants to be hurt at all, but setbacks. How did you approach that? Like, you're at this level now where you leave the platform of being that guy, so now you are just a guy that has to prove to be that guy, and it's barriers to do it, right? You got this good player over here, you got that great player over there. Talk to us a little bit about the mindset that you need or you've had or developed to get through those type of experiences.
So I've had both mindsets, like the bottom boy mindset and the top boy mindset. So earlier this year, I was gonna quit. I was gonna walk away because I thought I had tore something else again, and I was getting MRI and stuff. So I was about ready to quit. And, just my mindset then was terrible. My parents was telling me like, it ain't nothing but a barrier, like you good, it's at that. But I was in a terrible mindset. I wasn't listening to nobody but the devil trying to get at me. But you know, just to be able to overcome that and you know, realize that it's all part of the process. You know, God is trying to teach me something. He's trying to strengthen me in some type of way. So just being able to embrace that and like realize injury is only temporary. So like I can get over that. All I gotta do is just some rehab. You know, no matter how long it'll take, I'll get over it and I'll get back on the field. So just being able to realize what I did in the past, I can now do better if I keep going. It's just really my push for it.
Now that you are in college, how much of the decisions you make off the field impact your decisions on the field?
Every decision you make, because like in your college city, people know you as a football player. Like you give off like a football player, like type of how you present yourself. Mm-hmm. So like people could just look at you and just be like, yeah, he plays a sport. So just be able to know that and like realize like every decision you make will literally have an impact, because the coaches know the teachers know the students. You know, everybody knows each other somehow. So anything can get back to each other. So, you know, if you're gonna make a mistake, you gotta own up to the coach first. You gotta communicate with your coaches, you know, with anything. So I just learned to stay smart and away from it all.
What makes Kaden Hurst unique? Like what makes you separate yourself from the competition and other people?
I think my mindset, because I've had to overcome so much that if another obstacle is in front of me, I'm just gonna overcome that one too. So I feel like my mindset really separates me from a lot of people, because I feel like I have a unique mindset and a strong mindset, a faithful mindset, and I believe in myself a lot.
Mm-hmm. What's the goal? What's the ultimate goal this year for Kaden Hurst?
First, I want to get healthy, and then if I get healthy, I'm gonna get on the field and I'm gonna do what I do. You know, I'm gonna be a team player and I'm also gonna shine on the field. That's gonna come with it. But at the end of the football season, I want to go win another championship with the team. No matter what my role is, I just want to be able to go get another ring.
So going through your experience, obviously at Traction, you met a fellow 2024 player in Kaden Hurst. Talk to me about that relationship, because I mean, I've experienced you two being around each other, and, you know, I want to say wow, in the sense of, you know, you expect you two to do something that's outrageous, but I will say interesting in terms of I've learned a lot about you two.
How you saying it like that?
Quite a bit hanging around each other. And so talk to me about your relationship with Kaden Hurst.
You know, I feel like me and him, his process was very similar. You know, the underdog mentality, the underdog person. You know, so I feel like we was able to click off of that. And, you know, with him, it's just nothing but, you know, we got a good connection. You know, we obviously some funny dudes, especially when we around each other. We nothing but, we nothing but trolls and stuff. But, you know, we could turn that off quick and get to working and stuff. Like sometimes, which I don't know, sometimes we'll actually be mad at each other. We'll be cussing at each other and stuff, you know, having disagreements because on the field stuff. But being able to, as soon as the training session over, click off and get back to laughing jokes, it's just a strong connection right there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you two have the makings of maybe an R&B group. I don't know.
What?
Maybe an R&B group.
R&B group?
Yeah, two light-skinned, soft dudes. I don't know what that'd be called.
Why you playing?
KNC, I don't know what it'd be called, but that's
SG and C5.
SG, and so you already had it set up.
Yeah.
You already had it set up.
Yeah.
All right. How often are you two communicating? How is that relationship now that you guys are in college? Is there still a lot of communication, supporting each other or whatnot? What does that look like now?
Yeah, so we definitely, for one, we still talking about how your hairline always receding. But but we always
one
talking.
Where's Beijing? But go ahead.
Oh, natural. But we you know, we on TikTok and stuff. He be
do TikTok.
All right, hold on.
You know what? Hold on, wait. Y'all do TikTok because Jaquaden mentioned it. Y'all do TikTok.
Yeah. We hit
Did y'all just start this TikTok?
Yeah, we hit some little TikTok dances.
Okay, so
I got some good clicks.
K Thugger, you TikTok dance? I don't know if the people know that. That's your. his nickname is K Thugger.
I'm not no thug, man.
No, I
Stop
didn't say he was a
saying
thug. I just said that's your nickname, K
Nah,
Thugger.
I'm not
And
K
they should
Thugger.
know that's your name.
So hold on, can you tell them why you call me K Thugger?
Because you want to live that life. You want to live that life. I mean, I don't know why you want to live that life.
All right, so what traits make me want to live that life?
I mean, well, I don't want to elaborate too much on it.
Nah, I want you to elaborate.
But I know you want to live that life.
I don't want to live that life, bro. Why are you saying that?
I mean, it's your demeanor, the way you walk in.
I walk with what? My chest out, chin up?
I wouldn't say that, but they'll just trust me. I know you want to live that life.
Nah, I don't, man.
It's not for you.
I got a good life living in the burbs,
And that's why I understand why you want to live
got a great
that life.
life. I don't want to be
that's
part
what
of
I'm
that,
saying.
bro.
I mean, Amy would be disappointed if she knew what I knew about you, K Thugger. But
yeah, what you know that she don't? I'm a very honest person. I'd say anything.
Thugger, I don't want no problems with. So leave it at that. But
I'm a thugger because I threw one punch.
That's not why I'm calling you a thug. I'm just. But so.
Back to the Carter Minutes.
Yeah, so the TikTok. Explain to me, what's the thought process behind the TikTok? Because I've never seen a thug do a TikTok. Never in my life. But
all right. And I've never seen a grown man.
No, I'm just go.
No, I'm just saying I've never seen a grown man make our background chat kissy faces and unicorns.
I didn't do that on purpose. I accidentally did that. I didn't even know how to fix it.
Come on, bro.
But the TikTok. Let's get back to the TikTok.
My guy wanted to make some TikToks.
Carter wanted to make some TikToks.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
My man, so he wanted to make some TikToks. He's like, yo, because he was making the TikToks, doing all the dances and stuff. He's like, yo, let's hop in one. I'm like, eh. At first I was like, but I was like, you know what, let's do it.
It's fun.
So yeah, but when it get too sassy, I can't do it. Cause he be doing some stuff, he stick out his tongue. I ain't gonna do it.
So you ain't doing all that stuff?
Yeah, I ain't doing all that.
Okay, so you dance.
Like I'm on some I be on some cool stuff,
Like what's cool? Like explain to me what's cool in TikTok dancing.
You go check it out.
Okay. What is something that you would want? I know you've already said it in terms of young people. What is something that you would want parents to know in this process that you went through? Because a lot of parents want things, I wouldn't say a lot, but it's a good number who are looking for things to happen now. But you obviously, things happen when they happen, and it wasn't as early as anybody probably wanted to happen. What is some advice that you would give parents, players, in this process as you go through it?
For the parents, definitely, have faith in your kids. Continue to support them, show them love, even if they're not getting the love or attention you want them to. Just know it'll all come no matter what, because all these workouts, that you taking them to, all the money you spending, it's all gonna pay off. Like, just continue to show them love and give them what they need, and actually believe in them, because you their parents. So if they see you believing in them, that's not gonna do nothing but get them more belief in themselves, especially over a long period of time when nothing has happened, when they haven't got anything from the colleges. For you to still be able to be there for them and support them through it, it's just gonna keep pushing them every day from a personal standpoint.
What about the players?
The players, not the same thing, but sort of keep that mindset, keep grinding. Like, everything you're gonna do is gonna pay off. Like, even if it's not right now or next month, it could be next year. You never know. Like, one camp or one game, one play can change your whole life. Like, just continue to train, to have a work ethic, separate yourself mentally, limit your distractions. Don't get too distracted off the field, because if you really want it, you're gonna do what you need to. And you're gonna have to block out a lot of distractions.
Appreciate that, Thugger.